Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Black Ops 7 recently had a closed and open beta from October 2nd until October 9th. And I can say that throughout my experience, I was very pleasantly surprised, especially towards the end of the beta, whenever they made some pretty welcome changes. I've been playing Call of Duty for over 13 years. It's kind of crazy to say now. And for once in the past decade, I feel like we're back to the similar feeling of old with the removal of SBMM and major playlists. I do have some gripes though, but they're overall going to pale in comparison to the initial gripe of SBMM when the beta week first started in those first few days. The weapons did feel pretty good, all except for the helical SMG, which is the one that basically everyone was using. I'll put a picture on screen with the name, I just don't have the name in my head right now. It was definitely a little bit too dominant at range, especially against ARs and the M8A1, but I feel like they're going to make some changes before the game actually comes out to kind of do some more weapon balance, so there shouldn't be an actual issue with that going into the game, but we'll see how it goes, because Treyarch can have some really good hits, but they're also really good at making some pretty major misses, so the movement was very fluid, very fast, but unfortunately until some aim assist nerfs are made, I will just have to stick with controller input for another year on PC, which is definitely very frustrating because it's very hard to track players with all the wall jumps and slides to the point where if you're not on controller, you're essentially shooting yourself in the foot and you're not going to be playing optimally. If you're not very good at using a controller, then I will tell you until they make the aim assist nerfs, which they are allegedly planning on doing, learn how to use a controller, because you're not going to be able to hit a thing. There's going to be people jumping off the walls and doing crazy ass movement, and until you are able to actually get some sort of aim rhythm, you won't be able to hit a thing. The maps are pretty good. With the improvements made midweek to permanently open some automatic doors for better sight lines, I think myself and many others are still of the opinion that doors just still have no place in Call of Duty's map design. But if right now that is the middle ground, I am more than willing to deal with it while they collect more feedback to make further changes. There are a few maps that had some doors that I think that it was definitely a good play to keep them open. There are some maps that had doors that I think that they were more than good to have open and close, just for some sort of dynamic map movement. But other than that, I think that Call of Duty with the doors shit that started in Modern Warfare 2019, it just needs to go. I think 99% of people will agree with me on that. And most doors in the game since that time have just been annoyances. They've been sightline blockers, they've just been annoyances. Someone could just close the door, sit on the other side of the door, and then wait for you to walk through. Bam, you're dead, they're camping, it's annoying as fuck. Like, most people will agree with me on that. I think that they need to go. This isn't a realistic shooter game where we have to have entirely accurate maps down to what would it be in real life if I fought you this place. Like, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter like that. It's Call of Duty. It's always been this arcadey, action-packed Michael Bay-esque shooter where explosions and shit are going off and it's all wacky and shit. Like, it shouldn't have to matter like that, honestly. Activision, with all the more meaningful changes that have happened over the past week or so, definitely are showing that they can make good decisions for the sake of the players and allow people to actually come back to the game and have fun again. Because I will say, going into Open Mosh Pit for the first time and playing like roughly 10 or so games of it just back to back to back, I felt like for the first time in a Call of Duty game since before 2019, so Black Ops 4, I had actually had fun playing the game, and losing felt fun to me. Like, take that as you will. SBMM had fucked the game so hard that it made every single lobby for me, especially when I played on mouse and key before aim assist became the most dominant thing in the franchise in the past 5 years, it became CDL Pro League games every single match, and I was just super tired of it. I'm tired of going into a match and having to feel like I am playing for millions of dollars on the line to win. Because at the end of the day, most Call of Duty players don't really give a shit about the objective. Unless you're playing Team Deathmatch or Kill Confirmed, you know, obviously the objective is going to be kill people or collect dog tags from a person that you just killed. But if I'm not playing an objective game mode, I'm going in there to slay out. And even if I get high kill games and I lose, I'm more than happy with that. But the problem is that in SBMM lobbies, until recently when they made the change in the beta, having a high kill game and losing was not possible. Because you either had one or the other. You either had a high kill game and you won, or you had a more mid-tier kill count and you probably just squeaked out a win or you lost. And that's the problem with SBMM. I don't want to be placed up against people that have been playing this game non-fucking stop all fucking day because I have a good game every now and then. That's not what I want, and I don't think most people want that. And that's why, finally, after, 5+ years, they're going to be removing it. Which, I have some sort of skepticism with it, because if anything does happen, which the major thing would be Modern Warfare 4, Infinity Ward has been confirmed to be the arbiter of skill-based matchmaking. And there's a whole laundry list of reasons why Infinity Ward is a dog shit company. And probably their studio should have closed after Modern Warfare 2 2022. But the major reason now that's coming out, confirmed by Infinity Ward ex-developers, is that Infinity Ward went to Activision and told them that strict skill-based matchmaking is the future of Call of Duty. And that's why we've had it for the past 6 years. So when Modern Warfare 4 comes out, we have a lot of leaks going around that have been happening in the past 6 months that essentially show us that Infinity Ward has learned absolutely fucking nothing. They've learned nothing. They want to put doors in every map. They want to have visual recoil back where your gun is shaking all over the fucking place whenever you shoot. They want to make it so where you can't slide cancel again. There's no fast movement. They want to put skill-based matchmaking back in. They want to do all these things that no one likes and essentially kill the game on launch. So, as a small creator, obviously my words aren't going to stretch very far, but I would like to say that I think I speak for everyone when I say no one wants this shit, no one cares about it, and if you release it like that on day one, no one's going to buy your game, it's going to flop, and your studio is going to close. And I really hope that they understand that, because the past few weeks, people have just been railing into Infinity Ward on Twitter, saying, you guys fucking suck. Everything that happened to Call of Duty that's wrong is because of you. And it's the truth. It's now coming out that it's the truth. So I really hope that Activision puts Infinity Ward on a tight leash, and they show them that this year, if this game is a major success, that Infinity Ward, in terms of their design decisions, have no stake in what Call of Duty's future is going to be. Now let's get into the elephant in the room in terms of shooters coming out in this part of the year. It is currently October 11th when I'm recording this. A major game just came out yesterday, which is Battlefield 6. I paid the $100 to get the Phantom Edition of Battlefield 6. And playing it for... Let me go on Steam live while I'm recording this. Playing it for the 2 hours that I played last night, every penny I spent was worth it. Every single penny. Not only was it worth it because the game is a fucking masterpiece in terms of its multiplayer design, but the fact that I am providing my wallet to serve as some sort of change for Call of Duty. Because the only reason why skill-based matchmaking was removed, the only reason why carry forward didn't happen, the only reason why we're not going to get these stupid crossover cel-shaded skin ridiculousness in Black Ops 7, and the only reason why disbanding lobbies is going to get removed is because of Battlefield. If Battlefield did not sell nearly as well as it did, if Battlefield didn't basically have Call of Duty by the throat and say, we're going to win this year versus every other year that you've been winning, then they wouldn't have done anything. Activision sees EA's Battlefield 6 as a threat to their market share and to their sales. And it should be, because Battlefield 6 launched on Steam with 740,000 players yesterday. That is astronomically, it's unreal. That is unreal. Battlefield 6 launched with 740,000 players, which is 100,000 more than Apex Legends did. Keep in mind, Apex Legends is a free game. It is free. Battlefield 6 is a $70 full-priced AAA title. And it had over 100,000 more players than a free game that came out almost 6 years ago. Apex Legends was at its height in popularity during COVID. It is now 2025. People have jobs. We have to go out again. We're not locked in our houses. And it's a $70 game or a $100 game, depending on what edition you want to buy. And it has 100,000 more people playing. Compare this to the open beta of Battlefield 6, which had 500,000 people, and then compare this to the Black Ops 7 beta that had 74,000 people. And I know COD fanboys, if they find this video, they're going to go in the comments and be like, oh, well, people are playing on Game Pass. People are using Game Pass on PC to get the free open beta and the free early access. Yeah, you have a point. But that point is immediately nullified by the fact that Call of Duty on PC on Steam has had hundreds of thousands of people play it since it was added to Steam. Yes, people are going to use Game Pass to get the game for free, but now Game Pass is $30. People don't want to pay $30 for the game anymore. They're not going to get a subscription if they have to pay $30 a month just so they can play fucking Call of Duty when they can buy it for $70. It makes no sense. Xbox and Activision have essentially shot themselves in the foot, and now, because of Battlefield doing better, they have to respond to that. And now that they responded, people are overjoyed. And like I've said on Twitter hundreds of times at this point, this is the market economy happening in front of our eyes in real time. I know when people say, oh, well, if you vote with your wallet, it's not going to do anything. These are multi-billion-dollar conglomerates and they'll do whatever they want. Well, apparently that's not the fucking truth. And people have been saying to quit Call of Duty and stop spending your money and go spend your money on other games and go buy other things and quit the game for a long time. And people haven't done it. But when people finally did it, they did something. So I'd like to tip my hat, and my hat is off to everybody who went and bought Battlefield 6. Because as a lifelong Call of Duty player, I've been playing since 2011, or actually 2011 when I first got my 360. And I thank everybody who went and bought Battlefield 6, including myself, because without a meaningful amount of market value shift to another game, we would not have gotten these changes. It would have been the same old dog shit every year after this if Battlefield 6 would have flopped. If EA would have released a shitty Battlefield game just like they did with 2042, then we would have been in for another year of skill-based matchmaking slop that would have had really ridiculous characters and have no sense of identity, and the game would have just been bad overall. So, hats off to you, hats off to myself. We did it, we made meaningful changes, but now we have to keep Activision and Treyarch accountable. Every time they make a stupid decision that we don't like from here on out, we have to vote with our wallet. That means if you don't like Call of Duty and what they're doing, then if you like Battlefield 6, go play that. Quit Call of Duty and go play Battlefield 6 for a while and go spend money on their bundles instead of spending it on Call of Duty bundles. It's that simple. And I think that, per the title of this video, I think Call of Duty is back. I think Call of Duty is officially back in a great way, and all we have to do is thank Battlefield 6 and all the Doom posters for it, because they were the ones speaking the real truth, and all the copers in the Call of Duty community were sitting there basically eating a pile of dog shit with whipped cream on it and saying that it was dessert. I would like to end this video by saying a few things. I really appreciate the support that everybody has been giving me on my channel recently. Right now we are up to close to 60 views on my most recent Heliostat guide. We are about to crush 900 views on my Destiny 2 new player guide canceled video, which is astronomical. I thank everybody for tuning in, for liking the video, for leaving a comment, whether you liked the game, you disliked the game, whether you wanted it, whether you not. I love everybody for doing that. And I'm getting comments on the Heliostat exotic mission and people having still similar sentiments. And the fact that you're even commenting on my video and you're leaving your opinions in the comments and you're liking the video is fucking awesome. And I love everybody for that. I'm going to be doing a Battlefield 6 review. I will be doing that. I will be most likely editing it and pushing it out the door, I would say 2 weeks from now. So October 25th is my deadline for me wanting to have that video out. If anything major changes in the game that's really bad by then, it will be in the video. But right now, with only having the few hours that I have on the game is fucking awesome, man. Like, I'm going to be giving it a 10 out of 10 probably. But I haven't done the campaign yet, and there's some other meaningful things that I haven't touched yet. Like, I haven't done Portal custom modes, so I want to go do those. And I want to really flesh out the game and play it a lot going into that review. Because I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I want to have a unbiased, very in-depth review. I don't want to have it very long though. So, and as you've seen with both of these videos so far that I've released on my channel, I'm trying not to hit the 25-minute mark. With game reviews and stuff like that, I might have to make an exception. But overall, in the past, whenever I released videos in my in the infancy of my channel, I would release hour long, hour and a half long, 45-minute videos. And in terms of the algorithm and in terms of me trying to reach an audience that will actually sit down and watch my video from front to back, that just doesn't work. I can't do that. I feel like most people are going to enjoy this type of format where it's less than 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, anywhere along that lines. It's easy to sit down, listen to the content, and then move on and go about your day. So I'm going to end the video here. I really appreciate everybody tuning in to the channel, like I said previously. And I will be posting some other stuff going throughout the 2 weeks. I am going to be writing that Destiny 2 new player guide, like I stated in the prior video. It is going to take me a while. I think that I'm probably going to try and have the first few parts of that guide out most likely in the beginning of November. So that will give enough time for most people who are going to be playing Edge of Fate to understand what they need to do before that 30-day window of, oh, well, Renegades is coming out next month. So I have 30 days to do all this stuff, and it's a lot of content. So you're able to do a lot of it within that 30 days, so it's not going to be a huge deal. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in and liking, subbing, commenting. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're going to be looking forward to Black Ops 7, leave a like. If you're looking forward to Battlefield 6, leave a like. Leave a comment on your opinions of the beta. And if you're excited for Black Ops 7, if you've been playing Battlefield 6, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and look for some more incoming hot content. I'll see you guys later. I really appreciate it.